Alright, hey, so it's midnight. I think that must be Thursday night and Friday morning. I've been having trouble sleeping. I heard that doing push-ups helps increase your serotonin or something, and that makes you sleepy. So maybe that'll work for me. Maybe I can go into dreamland through the aid of some heavy-duty push-ups. I hope so. Let's find out. Alright, so that was set one. Set one is complete. So it's the talking time. I would have hoped to have done a set earlier instead of in the middle of the night. But I called off work today, or yesterday. I don't know how you would say it. We're still in the day, I think, but as time goes on, we'll be in tomorrow. I wasn't feeling well, like in my previous push-up blog. I mentioned I kind of felt a little bit sick. And I woke up this morning without even having set my alarm. I guess it was that bad. I forgot to set my alarm the night before. And I just wasn't feeling it, and I fell back to sleep. I called in and said, I can't come in today, I'm sick. And I just slept for 12 straight hours, half a day in my bed, rolling around, and I don't sleep well to begin with, because my disease, the doctors can't tell me what it is exactly. But from the most recent, a year ago, the conclusion was sinus. I destroyed some of the lining of my sinuses after a prolonged infection following picking up smoking cigarettes. And that was no good. Don't smoke. And if you get sick, check it out quickly. But at the time, the reason why I had the sinus infection for like 6 months was because I didn't have medical insurance. And my parents were like, oh, don't go to the doctor if you can't afford it. I'm like, okay, I'll just suffer and kill myself. I guess that's what happened. I destroyed my linings inside. So I'm just postulating the reason why, but I swallow a lot. And it seems like, in my mind, the fiction, or at least the diagram I see, is that because the lining is destroyed, there's nothing to help push back the mucus down my throat. They say you swallow hundreds of millions of times a day because of all the mucus that goes down your throat, but since there's no lining to help push it, it just gets clogged inside my sinuses. A lot of thick, clear mucus. So the only way to get it back down is to swallow. Because when you swallow, it pulls with full force all of the insides in your sinuses. So that's what happens. I swallow incessantly, constantly, and very violently throughout the day. And it does get worse with stress. You notice it more with stress, but it still happens. When it first started, I had these really weird and wild, like, sexual dreams. They seem to involve autofellatio. I think what it is that, when I integrate into the dream the contents of what's going on in actuality, and what's going on in actuality is that I'm swallowing. So in my head, like, the nearest thing I can come up with to integrate swallowing into my dream incessantly is that I'm engaged in a sex dream, and so I guess it involves sucking a penis until it ejaculates, and I can taste it too. But since at that point I had never sucked a penis, what I taste is my mucus, the cold, stale, dry mucus, and I think that that's semen, but it's not semen; it's my mucus. But anyway, like I said. So I began to be aware of this happening in my dreams, but after a while, let's get on. I think we had a little rest period. Let's get more step 2. I'm sorry for ending set 2 with a girl push-up, but it's a lot more than I did yesterday. Yesterday, or 2 days ago. We're already in tomorrow. The previous exercise push-up log, I only managed to do 19 and a half, and right now I've done 39 and a half, so it's better. And I'm still sore from the first one. So, all told, I'm giving it my all. I'm not giving up. They say, what Tim Allen says in Galaxy Quest, never give up, never surrender. Wiser words were never spoken. But anyway, yeah, so the 2 nights ago, when I called off, the night before I called off sick, I was having another one of those autoerotic dreams. And so that told me that I was feeling a little bit more drippy than usual. So I knew I must have been sick. But I'm feeling a little bit better today. I think that 12 hours of sleep did something for me. Anyway, though, this is what I think what this blog is about body, not necessarily body image, but body. There's things that go inside your body, you don't see it, but they affect your body image in very intense ways. Metabolism is something that goes on inside your body, and that creates the outside expression, but you do not see your metabolism. You cannot tinker with it directly. It is not an expression of will. Doing these push-ups, my sinus sickness, my quote-unquote sensitivity, that's something that's inside me. It's an inner part of my body. I don't see it, I can't control it directly, but it intersects and interferes, I would say. I would say interferes definitely with my body image, because it creates my spaghetti arms. I have my pajama shirts on, so I'm sorry for not being topless today. I was thinking initially about being even in my underpants, but I thought that would be excessive. Who wants to see an accidental ding-dong, They're getting a little bit better, I think. I'm pulsing them for the camera. Getting these guns all warmed up, eh? For the bed. Let's give it one more go. I'm not gonna overtax my abilities tonight. Let's be modest here. There's no need to kill myself for the camera. Speaking of which, I'm becoming more and more comfortable talking to you. It feels like as I speak to you, someone else is speaking into my soul. It's inspiring. It's like I'm duplicating myself, and the second copy is entering my deep recesses and making me a better person almost. Speaking of which, I'm recording this right now, but tomorrow hopefully I'll edit and add some snazzy music. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've made it my goal with every one of these push-up blogs to compose something to fit the actual action. Spruce it up a bit, make it a little bit more entertaining. But there you have it. I recommend you all do your own push-ups of your own. I hope you're getting strong and hardy, getting ready for the big action that's going to accompany the big war that's coming up. You heard it here first. What's going to happen is North Korea is going to attack South Korea. Then China is going to come to North Korea's aid. Japan is going to come to South Korea's aid. And for a while, the States are going to stay out of it. The rest of Europe is too, but you'll see it's going to come down heavy.